All right, SPL finals. We are here. It is absolutely time. Go ahead and refresh this page real quick. Hopefully I'm live. It says I'm live, so you know that should be live. If you are watching this and you have not seen any of the previous stuff, I got all the recaps in the description. And we shall see. Let's see what happens this. Might go through everything in game. What up, fam? Finals of SPL come through. What's good? Welcome. What up? Doing this a little bit early today. I'm watching. We're watching. They already happened. I'm not in any tournaments besides the draft league right now. Yeah, we just started. We literally just went live. Like right now. Top of this chat. Get this going right here. This game you loaded has an insane number of crits. Huh. I guess we'll see what happens then. I have not watched it. Is the pokeaimMD from Hit Series 2? Yes, CTC. To the bottom. Yes, that is me. That's me, the star. When did the tournament take place? Did you participate? I did not. And the tournament finals just happened last week. It actually just ended yesterday, I believe. I will never be playing in Showdown Draft Leagues Elevated. I only care about Draft League on Wi-Fi. So there's, like, I'm pretty sure. Oh, I mean, there's a lot of things I could have. I could have just clicked Spike. Nice. Do you like it, Leo? Let me know if you like it. Yeah, if y'all want to pick up my shaker, I mean, it's available right now. Use code AIM. Did you miss any games? We literally just started. We have just started. I'm about to start in a sec. There's not a lot of games this week, obviously, because it's finals, right? So there's 4 OU. Okay, go through a bunch of these. Want to start a little bit early today because I'm a little busy later. But I want to knock this out. It's great. The flavor is great. Design is even better. I'm glad you like it, fam. Yeah, for those watching this at home, if y'all want to pick up my Draco Shaker, use code AIM. Got a bunch of them still available, so, you know, you support me. You can pick up some flavors from Advanced GG using code AIM. It's caffeinated energy drink, though, so 18+, but the hydration line isn't caffeinated. I like the Terra, though, from caffeinated. So, anyway, might as well start. So we got, you guys, Kyther's my friend, but you know if we see Shed Tail, we like from this side. I mean, this just looks like standard offense, right? Meowscar out of lead, typically Focus Sash, and then you get up your hazards, and then you Shed Tail pass into one of these giant threats. I will say that Taunt Roaring Moon actually looks extremely threatening here. We do Road Top 10 UU again. Can't tell how many seasons I watched in every season. I'm already doing Road Top 10 right now. I'm literally doing a Road to Top 10 in UU right now with Mr. Jamvad. Like, quite literally right now. What up, Ellen Dilly? But yeah, Roaring Moon actually looks insanely threatening if it's Terra flying, because Crunch plus Acro plus Taunt is stupid versus this team. And with Proto Sense is giving the attack boost, it actually ignores Unaware as well. It's good to see you, Ellen Dilly. Let's see what happens. Corviknight lead, just to immediately Brave Bird and Defog. It will get taunted, so it might just end up U-turning out into Dragapult. Oh, Body Press, so it's more than likely Iron Defense Body Press. Knocks off there, probably predicting them not to go for Defog. Yep, the second Body Press. And now you can go out into Iron Moth to force it out. This is another mon that's decently threatening. Obviously, they do have Ting Lu. But what you want to do with this is you want to bait in Ting Lu and you want to weaken it. That way your Kowtow Cleaver can put in work. That way it can't phase out with an annoying Terra. Something like Iron Valiant as well. I'm doing well, Zabby. But, I mean, I'm assuming Ting Lu comes out or Pex. I think Ting Lu's safer initially. What up, Christian? Should be a free fire dance, yep. There's absolutely nothing. What do you think of Emmy's last match? How you feel about playing him next week? I did a whole watch together if you want to see my thoughts on his match. But I'm excited to play him next week, though. Oh, yeah, so I get a lot of damage off on Ting Lu. This is going to be amazing. That crit is insane. Oh, my God, that crit sucks. That crit... Oh, my God, that crit sucks. Because this will beat it 1v1. But, like, you also got to remember, these things sometimes run Terra ground. So Terra Ground with Terra Blast is actually insane. I'm not even sure if it would be Terra Ground on this set. Fire Dance, Dazzling Limb, Psychic. Actually, it could be. It deals with Garg, Skeledirge, and yeah, this might be Terra Ground. This thing might win from like right here. I'm so serious. But all it has to do is spam Psychics to get Spadef drops as well. Because Unaware doesn't ignore the Spadef drops on themselves. Oh my god, yo, that's actually so sad. Peck sometimes is Assault Vest on these teams. That took nothing. Damn, and the fact that you can just keep clicking Psychic, because it doesn't matter if Corviknight comes in since you know what it is. This is a giant threat. That crit on Tinglu was huge. Holy crap. And like the fact that you have to keep doing this too to get out of range, so then you can start spamming your Torch Songs into Hexes and stuff. Yeah, I feel like this damn thing is just going to win. I really do think it has the ability, the Terra Blast, but it's just not going for it. But it could just be Terra Grass or Energy Ball. Peck's always 8 +1 Psychic though. This is so good for wasting those, what's it called? Wasting all those Slacks offs, because there's only one left, is so good for Valiant as well if it's Taunt. Yeah, one crit is actually, jeez dude, they're getting moffed for sure. What up, Jay-Z? No Spadef drops here though, but that's the last of the Slack off, so yeah, I mean, this worked. You got 50% off on the Unaware Pokemon, and now it can never heal to outplay a fast King Gambit, which I'm assuming they brought out. It's probably on an air balloon too. Okay, Terras, Kaltals, dies. Alright, I mean, Kyther just got back basically everything that he lost from that. Maybe Phoenix. He literally just got back everything that he lost. I think it was better to... I mean... I don't know. That Terra, though, might also mean that Taunt Roaring Moon can still win. Because it still can't heal. So Acro still kills it. But you can also go out into Iron Valiant now. Or Roaring Moon again. If Acro kills from 31, then you go that. The Torch Song crit matter? Hell no. It was +3. That hell doesn't matter. And now you just taunt this while Terra flying. I guess you don't taunt. It's definitely Body Scream. Oh, that's Brave Bird, so it's not by. Oh my god, bro. This is so sad. Yeah, and there's nothing to do now. You just win. I mean, I knew Roaring Moon would be the win con here, but holy crap, man. It would have been harder to win initially if Skeledirge didn't get like what happened to it. Obviously, I mean, Iron Moth getting the crit was insane. I feel bad. Why is it so low? Oh my god, every crit. Love you, man, but I cannot respect the fish attempt from your manager at all. Hey, what do you mean fish attempt? Well, I don't get the fish attempt. This is just standard. This is just standard. I don't know. Maybe they're talking about this. But I mean, yeah, that's the first win for the Raiders. It was a misunderstanding. Oh, okay. Okay. You mean activity? Activity fish? Hey, you better play. Alright, looks like Kebab brought some nice Sylveon plus the fattest Pokemon in this damn game right now. I mean, excuse me, Cinderace plus the fattest Pokemon in the game. And the Mind Gaming brought Sylveon. The only reason to use Sylveon is because it's Specs. I've used this in OU as well. Specs Modest Hyper Voice can 2-hit KO Corviknight always with Stealth Rock, which is crazy. It doesn't have Terra. It doesn't have Mystical Fire right now, which sucks, but that's fine because you focus on your Terra Fairy. You got Side Shot for Packs. You have Shadow Ball for Golden Go prior to Terra. Activity Fishing, baby, basically trying to get the activity win. Golden Go is in draft. John Jr. has it. But Sylveon's pretty decent here if it can catch Pex with like a Psyshock. The Kowtow Cleaver, probably not going to end up winning unless it's some crazy Grass Knot set. This was the last game played in the week. I believe so. As well. Ace is definitely a bulky version with Wisp on this team, like 10,000%. Amoonguss, more than likely red card, and this is probably Assault Vest Toxapex, like they've all been with Infestation. So you always go Pex on it. I mean, Amoonguss on it and then force it out and then get a free Spore on something. Ideally, in this game, you force an Ace or Corviknight. Ace, Corviknight, or Great Tusk. Those are the mons that you want to sleep. Dondozo always rests itself, and Guard you can't hit. I'm drinking some actual water. Let's go. Among Us lead versus Ace lead. This thing eats this for breakfast. So it gets the free spore right now. Awesome. So, I mean, I don't know what you do yet, right? You do Grass, not do Sludge Bomb. Because you're not going to be doing anything to Toxapex. Yeah, going Dragapult is relatively safe. You could potentially Will-O-Wisp. Perfect. Good play. This is game 2. And there's the Ice Beam. So Pult's already at half to start off. And now you get to hard switch out into King Gambit on the Surf. It's leftovers King Gambit, so it actually can come in repeatedly on this thing, which is good. Kebab might try and go for another Surf to weaken it for maybe the Garg endgame. Sorry if you're tired of the question, but how do you use enjoyment out of it compared to OU? I enjoy draft a lot. It's very fun. I like OU too. All right, so we do see the Sylveon come in now on the Great Tusk. That was a very good call. And we're going to see a Psyshock come out, not trying to catch Pex, but scouting for Corviknight. This is smart. Like I said before, Sylveon does not have... what up, fam? Good morning. Sylveon does not have Mystical Fire right now. So it doesn't have to worry. That Psyshock was just trying to catch Pex. I get it. Especially because it's Assault Vest. And it's not like you have much hazards on your team to wear it down anyway. So Corviknight comes out. Great Tusk is probably going to try and knock this Corviknight. Gets them on the guard double, which is nice. So you get a free knock here on the Rocky Helmet. Or rocks and then knock. I guess you're not going to knock because it's not leftover, so it doesn't really matter. I would still knock just for Dragonite, I think. There's no way they Brave Bird. Defog is fine. And you can get recovery by just doubling in Great Tusk on this team because this is a really defensive team. So not a lot of offensive pressure. So there's another Psyshock trying to catch Pex. I'm assuming Kebab at this point knows his specs. This is doing 12%. So Kebab knows his specs. And make Chewy, Maddie. Alright, so Sylveon, once again, trying to catch Corviknight. What I think is happening here is that Mind Game is bluffing the Terra Fire Terra Blast. So he's trying to get Kebab to, like, scout for it and switch. Just because if Corviknight goes down, it does make Gambit a little bit more of a threat. But not really, though. You got Dozo and you got Great Tusk. So even if it, like, Terra Flyings, like, Dozo will always beat it anyway. What up, Daily Biz? It's not Merciless Offensive. It's Regenerator. Merciless Pex sucks. So much. So much. Anyway, Sylveon can't get any recovery back either. So I guess they know at this point it's only Body Press, more than likely Iron Defense. So getting up rocks, they're going to try and, I guess, bring out Sylveon a third time right here. They're probably going to finally click Hyper Voice here. This Hyper Voice, because this is definitely Fizz Def, is going to do like 40%. Yep, Jesus. I've used Sylveon, and I've used it with Terra Fairy as well. It's nasty. Furbus, I'll talk about that tomorrow in my video. Catches the Pex there again just to get up Stealth Rock again. Oh, close combats right into Corviknight. I guess there's no knockoff on this set. Yeah, they eject pack right out to Sylveon. Ooh, are you going to Terra? Okay, they Terra'd and go for Hyper Voice. That does absolutely nothing. That does absolutely nothing. What up, James? Thank you, bud. But you can get some chip here with Hex if you want to, which is why Guard should come out. Or Draco. Sucky miss. Forced to recover potentially. I think what they're trying to do is potentially die to Helmet. If they like, you actually cannot go out into Corviknight that turn, right? Because if I CC you, I die to Helmet and then you die to. I don't know if I agree with the core of that turn. I think personally Dondozo might have been better, but it ended up working out because he ended up doubling out to Sylveon, so that's fine either way. Switches back out. Not want to take the Hyper Voice. I don't think Roost was the play, even if it's Terra Fire. It's Fizz Def. It might just straight up die to Specs Terra Blast. Like, it's literally Fizz Def. It took 12. Hold up. And it's Body Press, too. Sylveon, RD Choice Specs. Corviknight, OU Physically Defensive. Oh, no worries. Terra Blast Fire. Yeah, you literally die. If it's Terra Fire, you die. Roost is not the play. if it Terra Blasts, you literally die. Okay, Michael. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have to be Terra. If it is Terra Blast Fire, it's still a hard game. But then that's the Psyshock switching. So Psyshock plus Hyper Voices. But either way, Terra Blast Fairy is the better way to use it. Oh god, that did nothing to guard. The eject pack right back onto Sylveon is fire though. Pex comes out. We're going to see a Psyshock or a Hyper Voice. Still doing nothing to this AVPEX. It's crazy that AVPEX is rising so much in popularity. Dragonite comes out, might be choice ban on this team. It might end up being choice ban. That was a good double by Kebab to get in Corviknight, expecting something like D-Knight or Amoonguss to come out to get the roost. Damn, look at that. Look at that damage roll, by the way. 42 to 52 is insane. He is wasting a bunch of roosts, though, but like you're only down to 3 roosts, but you're also only down to 8 Hyper Voices. Brings out Dragonite and the Sludge Bomb. Luckily, no poison. This could be banned. Let's see if we see a double back to Sylveon. We do. On the Great Tusk. Great Tusk is going to tear a Steel. Doesn't get KO, but I don't think it KOs Sylveon if it took that little, if it's slower. What up, Amber? Hey, Luna. So, I mean, that's... You baited, you got the Terror off, right? Already on Great Tusk. And your Sylveon's putting in work. You only have 6 Hyper Voices left, though, and it's half of that if you ever hit any of them into Corviknight, too. So, I mean, he's doing work with Sylveon. Dragonite's going to come out. Tanks the Ice Beam for breakfast. Double out to Sylveon. Yes, double to Sylveon here. You literally have to double. Or Great Tusk. Great Tusk is fine, too. I'm assuming there's no knockoff on this set. Body Press, that's fine, even if they defog. You CC that way, they cannot. That crit's pretty big. That crit is pretty big. Do you roost? Yeah, that crit was big. I feel like the CC was a little bit obviously died to Rocky Helmet, but do you call a Side Shock here? You can never do that, right? You always have to Hyper Voice. Especially because you get the roll now, so Burn actually KO. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You're going to do a lot to Ace, too. Probably like 60, 70. Never mind, 94 because you got a crit. Ace cannot wake up, so you can get another kill here. However, and at this point, Corviknight dies. So, Toxapex is the only one that doesn't die, and you're down to, what is it, 3 or 2? You're down to 3 left. You have to account for crits in some games. Yeah, that was a godlike crit, legit. And this gets a free kill. But potentially Sucker. Stays in a tank, the Earthquake, trying to play the mind games with Sucker versus that. Kebab calls that beautifully. Beautifully. I think even if they got up rocks, like that was the thought process, right? Okay, if you get up rocks and potentially kill my Dragonite, I'm going to kill your Great Tusk. I do think, though, in hindsight, rocks were fine. Because surely Corviknight does not die at 37 to... I think rocks would have actually been better. I think rocks were better. Huh. Rocks are better because Sylveon only has 2 switch-ins left. And it only has 2 Hyper Voice. I think rocks were better that turn. And if it's banded Dragonite, you kill Dragonite as well. Sure, you still have this, but this dude does not kill, and Corviknight gets a free roost, and you can body press it. So I definitely think that... I definitely think rocks were better that turn. Unless Garg is rocks. If Garg is rocks, then that's a different story. But if it's Terra Steel, it could be bulk up, I guess. This was a speed tie? That's very funny. This is 218. What do you do when your opponent selects their crit every move? You get mad at the game and take a break. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like rocks were better that turn. Because you kill Dragonite and Sylveon only has 2 switch-ins. And then you basically win the game between Pex, Dozo, and Garg. Like, actually, Pex solos Grass Knot Amoonguss with Infestation, especially plus Burn. It's more than likely right card. What moves does AV Pex run? Infestation, Surf, Sludge Bomb, and Ice Beam. Sometimes Terra Blast Fighting for if you're crying and you get the godlike matchup in the King Gambit, which isn't that crazy of a matchup considering it's on 40% of teams. How do you play around your opponent critting every move? You just have to make plays that it's okay if they crit. I'm not in this tourney, Marco. No. Who the fuck runs AV Pex? Everybody right now in OU. Damn near everybody. So there's only 2 Hyper Voices left. Pex easily eats. And that's what I'm saying. Like right here, I feel like, and there's a red card. Yep. I feel like if you got a Brox, you won. I really think that rocking that turn over Earthquaking was the better play. King Gambit does not kill Corviknight Fizz Def at 37% at all. I'm gonna find out right now. Especially if it's leftovers. I'm going to find out. Like, I already know this calc. It does not kill. No freaking way. Yeah, dude. 30. It's literally just outside of range. It's at 37. It does 30 to 36. So, it was literally just outside of range. So, I do think rocks were... What up, Gyro? Rocks were the play. Especially because the way he's playing Dragonite is that it's choice ban. He's bringing in the bluff on packs. It wasn't 2 fallen. It wasn't 2 fallen. The second fallen would have been King Gambit. It was 1 fallen. So 100%, if Kebab had rocks on Great Tusk, rocks were the play. Because I think it's like an auto win if you get up rocks. King Gambit's number 2 in Gen 9 OU. It's right behind Dondozo. Yeah, it's at 37. Yeah, Rocks for sure with a play if you had it. And now, Corviknight Sport, so you can bring out potentially Sylveon to get a kill. Or Pult. Psyshock does not kill Toxapex, right? So you bring out some Mungus to weaken it. You mean Tusk? I mean if Tusk had Rocks. Yes, excuse me. Sorry, you're right. And then this Mon dies here. I didn't say Dondozo. I meant Great Tusk. Sorry. Thank you. I meant Great Tusk. I meant Great Tusk, not Dozo. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Anyway, Amoonguss dies. Yeah, Sylveon would have been dead. You can go into Dragonite now, and you double again into Sylveon exactly because you cannot touch Corviknight. And this is a kill. This is a kill with Hyper Voice, but you lose your Hyper Voices. No. What? Okay, I think that was for sure the wrong play. I think if you keep Dozo alive, you always beat Dragonite. I don't think you sack Dozo there. Because now Dragonite has a shot at winning the game with Earthquake. I don't think you sack Dozo that turn. At all. I don't think you sack Dozo that turn. I think you sack... Is it Pex you sack? It might be Pex you sack. Because it's not even a sack. If they 2 KO you, they can't... It doesn't matter if they're predicting Psyshock or not. If you sack Pex, they only have... If they do Hyper Voice, they're done with their Hyper Voices, right? They can't hit you with a Fairy move unless it runs Moonblast as well. I don't know. I think that Dozo being alive, especially because it's Avalanche, is a guaranteed win versus Dragonite. Amber, I said you just have to make plays that doesn't matter if you crit. Yeah. Even sacking Garg might have been better than sacking Pex. Like, even sacking Garg there would have been fine. Because then you can easily go into... You can easily go out to Pex after and get a kill. You literally get a kill right after with Sludge Bomb. So I think sacking Garg was better than sacking Dozo. I think if you keep these 3 alive, you win the game. Can I enter the tournament? No, you cannot enter this tournament. It's already done. We're in finals right now. You don't sack Corviknight because if it's banded on Dragonite, you always want to be able to get the 1 Rocky Helmet chip. You sack Garg. Yeah, you literally sack Garg. Because Toxapex always eats Dragapult and knocks it out. Toxapex will always eat Sylveon and knock it out. And Toxapex forces Earthquake from that. So I think Kebab threw by sacking Dozo. Yeah, you go that. Are you gonna double again? But you probably don't have to double at that point. You can click Earthquake. Yeah, it's definitely, if it hasn't roosted, like it's 100% banded. Oh, and the Hyper Beam is sick tech! So you have to recover here. Okay, now it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. So this is the 50-50. The Hyper Beam was sick because it always saves you one. It always saves you one, right? So this is the 50-50. Because Garg had to recover there because if it didn't, it would die to Banded Earthquake. Maybe? Does Garg die at 52 to Banded Earthquake? Probably. I'm assuming it probably does. So this is 50-50 this turn, right? Hyper Beam was sick. So this is 50-50. Now, do you Hyper Beam again, expecting Garg to stay in, predicting Dragonite to want to come out? Sylveon's like, are you? Hyper Beam kills Garg. Like, 10,000%. Like, 10 billion% Hyper Beam kills Garg. It took 45 from non-Specs Draco. It took 45 from non-Specs Draco. Hold up. We can actually just find out this thing's EV spread right now. OU. So it's like some EV spread like this, right? The standard EV spread 252, whatever. Let's assume it's that standard EV spread. We already know Sylveon kills. I'm not calculating Sylveon. I'm calculating Dragonite here. Dragonite. Earthquake does 58 to 62. Okay, yeah. So you have to recover that turn. Otherwise, you're in range of Dragonite's Earthquake. Damn near always. So you literally have to do that. So this is a 50-50. Does Mind Gaming double to Dragonite, predicting the Toxapex, and get the Earthquake kill on that, and then get the Earthquake damage on Garg? And this is why Rocks literally won the game with Great Tusk. If Great Tusk was Rocks, Rocks literally won the game. I gotta see something. Who's on Kebab's team? Kebab's a Raider. You're a Shark, right, 3D? You're a Shark. I'm assuming. I'm assuming you're a shark. You're a shark. Yeah, this is why Rocks was better than KO. Yeah. Rocks was literally better than KOing King Gambit that turn because you won the game if you had Rocks up. You never feared it setting up because you had Dondozo in the back. So Rocks literally won this game. Sylveon doubled in 500 times for free. Dragonite could still alive. So anyway, the 50-50 is, does Kebab predict Mind Gaming to switch out to Dragonite and goes for Salt Cure here? If he goes for Salt Cure, he wins the game. Does Mind Gaming predict Garg to stay in, predicting the double to Toxapex, and he goes for Hyper Beam, killing Garg, and then at that point, Toxapex dies to Bandit Earthquake. Do you plan to play on Smogon tournaments again? Not right now, but maybe. I always play eventually. So this is a pure 50-50 at the end, like a pure 50-50. And it would not have came down to this had Kebab simply clicked Stealth Rock with Great Tusk if it had it. Now, if Garg had Stealth Rock, I understand. But once Great Tusk was dead, you could have easily gotten them up in that situation. So let's see what happens. He fucking times out. What type of shitty endgame was that? You're right, it's not even a pure 50-50 because Hyper Beam can't miss. So it's slightly in Kebab's favor. And then Kebab was like, damn, I'm not going to... What type of garbage endgame was this? You have to top ladder, you have to try out for some of them. Do well in single tournaments. So you're right, it's slightly in Kebab's favor. This is the worst. This is the worst endgame I've ever seen. And this, I believe, was the final game for the tournament. So there's a lot of pressure on this, right? If Kebab's team wins, I'm pretty sure they win this tournament. Besides, what's my favorite tier? I like Yu right now. How can you flag this? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That was such a whack endgame. Okay, this is such a whack game too because I don't know if Garg was the rocker or Great Tusk. Dude, 3D, do you guys know if Great Tusk was the rocker? Why didn't Kebab click Stealth Rock? Kebab literally, I'm sorry, but your team lost if Kebab just clicked rocks. Once. I don't get it. Rocks literally won the game. Nah, this is a literal timeout. He timed out thinking about his move. He didn't disconnect or anything. You can't extend this. Yeah, so it was actually closer in... It could have been the rocker, because why wouldn't he rock? Because he was scared of King Gambit. I don't know, man. I just think that Garg should have just rocked at any given point. If Garg actually got up rocks... Even if Garg was the rocker, right? Like, Garg came in a couple times. Hold up. Go to turn 25, 26. Terra Steel could be bulk up, to be fair. Garga came in already. Dude, if you're FizzDev Garg, you can rock right here. You can literally rock that turn. That dude is not going to 2-hit KO you, even Corviknight at 66. And you can go Dozo as well. Like, I don't know, man. Obviously, you can't rock on Sylveon. Those doubles are good. Maybe he wasn't rocks because he's Terra Steel, so he could have been the bulk up variant. But if he was rocks, then that was a misplay, a heavy misplay. Well, maybe Kebab will let me know in the comment section. That endgame, though, was so shit. Like, holy crap. What the hell was that, man? Gonna drink this mighty fine water. Yeah, I don't think it's core change. I think it actually had rocks. So down back. This is crazy. All right. This is Solon versus Ash Ketchum Gamer. Solon's one of the best Smogon battlers of all time. Couldn't beat me in the Little Cup Open though. I just want to let everybody know that. Jokes aside, not joking, I crushed him. But jokes aside, but not joking though, I really did crush him. But actually, jokes aside, I like Solon's team in this matchup a lot. The Dragon Spam is something we're seeing a lot more in OU at the moment because there's not a lot of fairies. Besides the but did I flinch him? No, I smashed him, I think. Let me find it. Little Cup Open. Oh, Carvana, pokeaimMD. That had to be the one. I brought Carvana 3 times versus him. I can't spell Carvana. No, actually, I spelled Carvana wrong. Right, I spelled pokeaimMD wrong. Whatever. Biggest tournament pokeaimMD. Where is my Carvana? Whatever, it's somewhere on the channel. I narrate that thing live. SYLVEON's still the GOAT though, no matter what. Dude's the GOAT. I had to plug my win versus SYLVEON. You have to put down the opponent. I learned that from CTC. Oh, the Chiyu flinch. Oh, I did use Carvana Sharpedo in Smogon Tour, and I won. I went to round 4 with it. That was great. Carvana does sell cars. Anyway, same team that we saw last time, except it actually gets smashed by sub Hydreigon. Literally smashed. Are getting Stealth Rock up worth dying to a dangerous stat? Yes, because we literally explained that Corviknight would beat King Gambit, and that Rocks would mean that SYLVEON can never do its thing. But yeah, SYLVEON, one of the better players, one of the best players on Smogon. I think that the matchup is really interesting because I think sub Hydreigon goes absolutely insane here, especially if it's like Flash Cannon. Flash Cannon in this one, but Earth Power Draco just as good. Let's see. Bozo lead versus Amoonguss. This is a free Spore. If they go Garg, you threaten it with Grass Knot. Any Grass Knots hard into Garg. Beautiful turn. There might be a red card action going on, so you might Grass Knot and then probably spam Spore a couple times. There's not really much Garg can do to this thing. You've already wasted 2 recovers, so you can get off a Spore. If this thing infestates you, you get to go for Spore now because they're all red card because they don't exactly. So you get the free Spore on Corviknight coming in, which is great. Is the opposite team meta? A lot of people. So the thing about SPL, and I'm gonna explain this real quick because that's a really good question. So Offendax is the opposite team meta. So the thing about SPL metagame specifically and this metagame is that it's changing every single week. So people are starting to prep against the most common teams, and a lot of people are starting to use the same teams. Last week we saw a lot of Screamtail teams. The first few weeks we saw a lot of Shedtail pass with the Spother before it got banned and things like that. And then we saw Earthworm. How to get these cool avatars? You have to be in the tournaments. Yeah, so this team is rising a lot in popularity right now. Terranorm Explosion is fire. Guard can run it. Anyway, you turn out to Great Tusk is beautiful, so you can get a free knockoff right here. If you force a Terra, that's fine too, but knockoff is just amazing versus the entire team. Like, you're really just setting up for that Hydreigon endgame, I feel, with, like, knockoff is the first thing. It's supposed to, it was Rocks, motherfucker! 3D. Did Kebab not choke? Did Kebab not choke? Kebab literally choked. He literally choked. Now, you can change the team. No, I'm mad. It literally rocks. He literally won the game 100%. Damn, man. Damn. Well, 3D's on the opposite team, so you wouldn't know. He won the game 100%. That's crazy. I don't think you had to terrorist. Oh, man, that's crazy. Anyway, let's keep going. So, you know, the little handshake of Great Tusk versus Great Tusk is that one of them already coming out on top. That crit is pretty good because it actually gets him a little closer to being ahead. Oh, no, you just have to be in the tournament. Damage on the Bozo. I mean, it's kind of hard not to get Tusk low because Tusk is the greatest Tusk switching. But in Ash Ketchum Gamer Taste, yeah, he has Bozo and Corviknight. So doubles out to Dragapult because he doesn't want to get trapped by Toxapex to hit at Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp, of course, misses. Will-O-Wisp is going to be very crucial, too, because, again, I really think that SYLVEON's going to go for either a Garchomp endgame, but I think it's closer to a Hydreigon endgame. Can I get a custom avatar of specific anime characters? As long as it has Pokemon with it. You can actually get them if you get badges on Smogon and turn them in as well. Do they have an N avatar? I might have to get good. Maybe. You can, like I said, if you actually contribute on Smogon as well, you can turn in your badges. You can like use your badges for stuff like that. So yeah, this is amazing. I mean, SYLVEON never stays in. You always switch. Exactly. Great Tusk is the best play. You can potentially spin. Doesn't matter. Corviknight comes in. It hasn't burnt to turn asleep. Oh, actually, it burnt one. I don't know if you risk this and go for knockoff here. Yeah. He risked it and go for Stealth Rock. Same exact thing. And then goes King Gambit on the Surf because Pex does eat one Earthquake and can knock it out with Surf and get regenerated back. I played random bats and watched your videos. Hey. Nice, 3D. I could get one, but I don't feel like getting a custom one. It's so much work. So I'm assuming you get up Rocks here if you're Ash Ketchum Gamer. SYLVEON makes a good play of going Garchomp. It deals with Rapid Spin via Rough Skin, and you can get a free Earthquake. Oh, this is great too, because you basically guaranteed Rocks. Dragon Claws out into the Corviknight. Okay, nice little chip. Nah, you can't force people to pay for Avatar. I guess gacha games and all those other games do it. Also, so this one's a little bit different. So Ace comes out. This is probably just going to court change, which is fine. Garchomp can come. It can actually Will-O-Wisp. Will-O-Wisp is a little bit better. Yeah, good play. It hits everything coming in. And now if Ace wants to court change, it has to take a little bit of damage. So it's better to go Dozo. I agree completely. Yeah, you got to play in the tournament and you get some badges by contributing. It's going well, Zach. Still, $1 is $1, you know? And maybe they make like $5 on Smogon. So Pex not being burnt is still really big. You're really still... You got the damage on Dozo for Draco. Dragapult on this, yeah, he acknowledges the fact that Pex being burnt isn't that great, but instead doesn't want to let Cinderace come out for free. Gets his free King Gambit, and he gets a free hit here. With Dondozo being that weakened, if this King Gambit actually had some dead partners, it could actually do something. But right here, you always switch out into... Okay, he's playing the sleep game. I mean, it worked out. I would have went Dragapult, but I mean, it worked out. To be fair, Gambit wasn't necessary to win the game, so that's fine. And I guess if you get it, you get it. How do I play Gen 1 or 3 Little Cup so I can get good? You gotta go on that damn ladder. And I guess you double Stealth Rock here. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter what Ace does. Ace doesn't kill you. Adam Sandler is a great name for Dozo, by the way. I mean, Amoonguss is insane of a threat, right? Like, you have a Spore potentially, so this thing can't beat you. Going Great Tusk is nice. No point in Earthquaking. Rapid Spin is fine too, but doesn't want to lose Great Tusk as well as an option. So wants to get the Earthquake chip with Garchomp first in order to get the other one. Does anyone know if tournaments have requirements to join? You can join open tournaments like Smogon Tour. What up, Jacob? Those are free. Opts to risk this on the Sleep Talk. And that's what happens. Alright, so now you bring out, now that you know it's Rest Talk, it could be Curse, could be Body Press. Hydreigon gets to go. That's it. It's Hydreigon time, baby. So you're going to be sub Nasty Plot, right? This is what we were waiting for. This is the Pokemon we were waiting for the whole time. It's Terra Steel, so it always subs on this. I don't think Surf breaks the sub. Ash Ketchum Gamer actually calls it, and I was wrong. Surf does break the sub. Dude eats this, though. Geez, Surf does so much. And this is free, too, because if it's Dark Pulse... Actually, if it's Dark Pulse, it's... Is it Flash Cannon? Yeah, if it's Dark Pulse, it's Flash Cannon, because otherwise it's Draco Earth Power. So that Terra is actually really bad, because right now Solwyn can get off a really free Flash Cannon, which there's no way Ash Ketchum Gamer... Yeah. If it's Dark Pulse is usually Flash Cannon, Draco is usually Earth Power. Sometimes you could see Draco plus Earth Power, but that was huge kill on Dozo. Huge kill on Dozo. And Pulse just gets to come out now and do some Demalios. Pult does end up getting burnt, but now you put this thing in range of even Grass Knot from Amoonguss, most likely. Because Pexes be running offensive with Assault Vest sets. Free Kowtow, because you don't die. You got the homies in the back. This guy might actually just win. Yeah, there's the dead guard. You don't even got to worry no more. Is that max special attack AV? I have to run the calcs on it. I don't know if it's max special attack. I know it runs a good chunk of special attack, though. Hydreigon on the Will-O-Wisp, which is fair. On the Pyro Ball. Ooh, outplaying. Instead of you got to participate to get an Avatar, so I got to get top 5. No, you just got to participate in the tournament. You literally just have to be picked. And now you get your free Spore. Ash Ketchum Baby Dumbos to Cinderace. Calls the King Gambit. No, I meant I have 5 avatars. Oh. You don't want this thing to get burnt, though. You always go Dragapult here. I mean, you win the game, right? Because you always Dragon Darts because Ace can't touch you. And Pex hasn't burnt any turns of sleep. You die, and then you go out to your Kowtow Cleaver. Amoonguss damn near always lives as well. And there's still 50-50s to be made versus Ace. Actually, you always spam Sucker Punch. There's nothing to click about versus Ace. You always spam Sucker Punch. Always. Even if it Will-O-Wisp, it doesn't matter. What's the best way to build your versus team? I have a few team building things on my videos if you want to check it out. Yeah, you literally always spam Sucker. How many do you have left? 6 Suckers versus 5 Pyros. Always. Alright, Evan, I won't. Thank you. Because this is Blaze Ace, right? So it actually does kill Amoonguss at the range it's at. So there are some There's some 50-50. Only 3 sucker punches left. I think someone's going to do it on the second to last one. This is a tense game. I think he's going to do it now. Uh-oh. One more. One more. One more. One more. You got to pull the trigger. Which one are you going to do? He got him. Ash Ketchum Gamer almost outplayed every single sucker punch. A blunder moment right there. Almost outplayed every single sucker punch. But SYLVEON got him in the end. Almost. Alright, Dolly versus Nat. This is another team that's been used by Kyther. We already saw that. Dolly has the Whitney avatar. Also damn near the same team. Not really. Kind of. Different fairy, right? You know, Skeletors and Hatterene, 2 fairies in this metagame. Skeletor's damn near a fairy, right? I'm pretty sure it's damn near a fairy. Like, that mon always Terra fairies. Sometimes Terra water. There was a point in the metagame where it Terra normal. What up, 2 Clutch? Terra water's decent on it, though. Alright. Let's get this game going. And then we'll watch a few of the other ones. We're not going to watch all of them. We'll watch some of the ones I care about, like McMegan versus that, Gen 4, Gen 5. I probably won't watch Sword and Shield OU. And I'll see about Sun and Moon and Oras. Maybe Oras. Pex is good with Salt Vest in this metagame, yeah. I'm definitely watching McMegan. Let's see what happens. Alright, so Nat leads Toxapex in the Great Tusk. Great Tusk can't kill it in one hit, so you could go for Surf. It is a risk, though, so you want to go out to your own Great Tusk just in case and potentially knock Ting Lu. Sword and Shield OU was a great game. I freaking hate watching Sword and Shield OU. It's so boring. I'll depend on what team they have. If they have fun teams, I'll watch. But God, I hate watching Sword and Shield OU. So basically, you got the knockoff and you got the rapid spin, and dude lost his item for no reason. So, and plus, this thing can always defog on you. Yeah, this is great. Like, you go right back out into Great Tusk. So, really good start for Nat, I would say. There's no, like only Ruination. Funny thing is, I just finished watching a past Smogon live. Nice, Vanessa. Welcome. Yeah. Playing well. Ting Lu's being really low. It might eventually tear a Ghost. That's something Ting Lu sometimes tends to do. Alright. If this was not a team preview meta, Dolly just saw all of Nat's team. But because it is team preview, I feel like... Alright, they were just trying to condition them. So that was some good conditioning. It cost you half of your Ting Lu, but they were just trying to condition them. You don't want to risk your Dragapult because Dragapult is really strong in this game with Will-O-Wisp and whatnot. So we're trying to condition them to get out the Dragapult, and now it could potentially Will-O-Wisp if it has it. There's sub. Ooh, is it sub DD or sub Willow? No worries, defend. Alright, sub Willow. Still breaks the sub though. Now you're going to bring out your Great Tusk on this most likely. No worries. Hatterene's good too, just so they can't get up hazards. And gets Whirlwind down again. The Skeletors, I bet. Yep. I feel like Skeletors always just came out. If this is Nuzzle, you for sure go for it here. Yeah. That's just going to help you beat this later with Pex, if it Terras, Great Tusk, etc. Now Pex will 1v1 this thing for sure. Even with that. Even though Infestation can't trap it, you still get the chip damage going on. Exactly. So you go for Infestation there. That's what I'm saying. Like, you always go for that. So they're both playing really well. Oh my God, Acid Spray Pex. Acids drop their special D. Bro, does that beat this? That beats this 1v1, right? It has to. Holy crap. Acid Spray is such a sick tech. I mean, Ting Lu's just good for balance on this. Like, it's really good for Golden Ghost switching. That's such a sick tech. I can't believe... Toxic was actually going to be really annoying for Dolly's team. And the fact that Infestation Acid Spray ends up beating a 1v1, which opens up Iron Valiant insanely. And especially with Paralyzed Skeletors. Well, now you got to get a death versus this Dragapult. Looks like it doesn't kill. Oh, that's a roll. Ah, I guess it wasn't. 11-11. Yeah. Okay, so kill for kill. But now Hatterene can come out and not die. And then just get his Draining Kiss back. That crit, you know, gives Hatterene more recovery. So obviously every crit matters a bit. Pex can come out, but if it gets Hexed on, really good call on Nat's part going right for Hex. Because it immediately either gives her the ability to go for Torch Song if you want to, or just hard switch. They end up going for Sludge Bomb, I think, anticipating the Terra Fairy most likely. Or just trying to get the poison on Pult, Ting Lu, etc. So I guess you get burnt on this in order to get a knockoff on Dragapult to stop its recovery, which will later help your... Is your endgame plan to go your own Pult? I'm not sure. Unless this is Nuzzle, Calm Mind, Hatterene, which would be so annoying when Nuzzle, Draining Kiss, Psyshock / Stored Power. It is Nuzzle, Calm Mind. Oh, that's actually a giant threat. That's a giant threat, especially if it's Stored Power. It might be Stored Power. I think it's Stored Power. The fact that you're Calm Minding up in front of Skeletors as a Ghost type, I think it's Stored Power. It has to be. It is Stored Power. Which obviously Skeletor ignores the boost from Calm Minds, but it cannot ignore how strong Stored Power is getting. So this para is insanely good. Like, this Mon actually has potential to just win. That's like a para away from losing. And then Hatterene is always boosting. I suppose a Terra can do a lot to this. Terra Dragon Dragapult, maybe? Terra Ghost? Terra Grass, what the hell? That did 0 though. Oh, it's Terra Grass Special Pult. Oh, man. Or that's just physical. Oh my god! The Leftovers Dragapult crit sends Hatterene back. But at this point, though, this guy is insane with close combats and... Yo. Oh my god. It's like some mixed Terra Grass. That's wild, dude. I mean, the full paras and stuff, right? In theory, Skeletors can do something versus that, but that's wild. Well, that crit was a godsend. But now, Booster Energy Valiant is a giant threat, especially if it's Taunt. Yep, free Moonblast. What team would you have ran? I probably would have run some Shed Tail. It is Taunt. Uh-oh. And it's Burnt Tinglu as well. You can't even phase it out. This is looking very scary. Oh, it's Taunt Calm Mind. No, sometimes Taunt Calm Mind runs not Thunderbolt. Sometimes it's Psyshock. I'm assuming that Nat is thinking that this is based on the team Thunderbolt, though. Terra Blast always deals special damage. It's always a special move. But if it goes off the physical attack, it will deal physical damage. Like if you Terra into a physical attacking mon and you have the stronger one, it's a physical move. So in this case, it's a special move though that they were using because based on the crit, it was a special move in this one. Because those are old generations, Amber. If this is Thunderbolt, it's a wrap. Okay, it just taunts that way. Dragapult can beat it 1v1. And it's the Iron Defense set. So it might be just taunt. This might be Terra Flying, which you can't do right now. Obviously, they already Terra it. And this is just the Iron Defense as a means to deal with King Gambit for the team. Yeah, it's most likely Shock. That was well played on both sides. I think that the Hat was a super strong call versus Nat, obviously. And that Toxapex was insane. That Pex was actually insane. Because you couldn't even like fish for a poison or acid spray on Hat to deal with it. That was wild. That was a really good game though. Let me see other teams on SLU. I freaking hate. I'm gonna watch the games I want to watch. Yeah, Moonblast really did do some damage. Yeah, Store Power Hat's really cool. It was a really good bring there. Alright, let's see. This is Anti versus Deep Blue Sea. I just hate, like, guys, I felt like Sword and Shield OU just looks so whack. Oh my god. You know why? It's because Sword and Shield OU is solved. I think that's the problem with this metagame. Maybe it's not solved. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in 2-3 years, someone will use something crazy that flips the metagame completely. But right now, it feels solved. It feels solved. Like, just straight up solved. Yeah. Looking at this team, it looked like Clef was going to win. Especially when you not. It literally looked like Clef was going to win this game. And it's just standard not Clef. I just had to see for myself. What up, fam? Sky Penguin has been doing insane in this one. I'll watch this one because these both look like blunder teams. Both of them have been doing really well. We're going to be watching DV. It's right there. We'll go down. What metagame do you think is the worst from Smogon metagames? It might be Gen 8. to play, it might be Gen 8. I'd rather play Gen 1 and Gen 2 any day. I think if you actually play Gen 1, you learn to love it because the patterns are really cool. It's like playing Little Cup. Like this beats this beats this beats that. You got to bring out Tauros on this double. It was really fun to try and learn it to beat Solwyn. I probably won't watch the Gen 1 game just because it's best of 3, but we might skip through it. Anyway, I'm loving both of these teams. Very offensive. Maybe like a lead or Yachi, Lando, potentially with Explosion, which would be good for Metacham. Both Maginas look insane. I love that they both have Victini here, and then one has Hoopa. Unfortunately, Sky Penguin has their own Hoopa, which is Kartana, the demon. Kartana looks so dumb if it's Scarf as well. Though it could be Booster Timid. I'm sorry, I said Booster, but I meant Beast Boost. Nah, Gen 2 is actually really fun. When you like, it's a different type of thing. Because when you just go for them Thunders, when you see Zapdos beating every Pokemon, Muzdamn Rain sounds broken. Alright. RGV. Alright, so Greninja lead versus Metacham. Metacham's just going to Mega Evolve and click the Fake Out most likely. Goes out to Lando. Lando could be Yachi Berry. Yep, I figured on this type of build it's Yachi. So you get your U-turn chip, which is amazing because you actually lets you kill it with everything on your team. And now that's -1, you can bring out Victini. Are you going to just V-Create? V-Create's Raw to get beautiful damage off on Leonard. So they're already opening up the door right now for like a Smart Stripe sweep potentially, or a knockoff sweep potentially. Much love, fam. I'm glad to be part of your life. This should be free Lando or Gren. Gren is a very aggressive play. And it's Protean Gren as well. Which is low-key better here, yeah. Damn. And it's the low kick. It's the low kick belt variant. So you get the free kill on Hoopa, which is huge because it definitely would have gotten a kill otherwise. Now Teeny though. Alright, Teeny's just a U-turn. Okay, no problem. I thought it could have been like a potential. You know what Teeny set would have been crazy? Because this is Gen 7, right? That Store Power set would have been insane. Store Power set would have been insane. This is still the tournament. Yes, we're watching tournament. Oh, no! That hella killed. I'm sorry, that's Mega Metacham. It don't matter if you resist. That miss is wild, too, because this thing, it's Gen 7, right? So there's potential Z moves here. I don't know if it took Stealth Rock. It did, though. That miss is hella big. Is he waiting to hold the Sky Strike back? Oh, it's Mega. Okay, yeah, that works, too. Duh, it's Mega. What a talk. I have this team. I'm sorry, I forgot. It's been so long since Megas were there. Like, duh, this is Mega. I literally have this team. Everybody has this team in their builder. Though I will say that the Greninja usually changes sets. Actually be up in last QC. Got double 6-0 by Agent Kevin when he got banned like 15 minutes after our match. I was rewarded with another double 6-0 against. That's amazing, Cat. Yeah, I've literally used this team. I have this team. I'm sorry. The Mega thing is always so funny for me. So what, is it Z Cart or Z Victini? It's V-Create Victini, so it's not Z. It's Z Magirna. Yeah, that Grin is different on this team. That's what I'm saying, right? So you get your free kill right now. With your Smart Strike. Beautiful damage on Mag as well. Leftovers means it's the Calm Mind Shift Gear set, maybe with Pain Split as well. I don't think it's a Stall Breaker. It could be the Stall Breaker variant on this one. Yeah, Z-Grin is another one as well. Is this thing... Oh, it's just the Pain Split Volt Switch set. With maybe the... that move that lets it... Heart Swap, right? That lets it beat... what's it called? Reuniclus. So free Fake Out here. Calls it. Goes out into Victini. Whenever you bring out Metacham, you just gotta kick. You literally just gotta kick every single time. You gotta kick. That's how you play. Because then you're just giving free kills. I mean, now you get to go out to Metacham and now you can kick something in the face. Alright, I mean, Lando lets in opposing Lando. I think Metacham just kick is so much good. I have not played that Amber. You get your free Continental Crush. Because it's Continental Crush, you actually do get your kill. But I love kicking, man. Because now, Gren just gets to come out and gets big damage on something. Metacham gets the kill. The Spike Up is a very beautiful play as well. You're really just starting to wear down for this Metacham so it can't come in multiple times. And then your cart just gets to start boosting. Right? So you really are just going for that endgame potentially knockoff or even Smart Strike. Like Victini, once it takes damage, I feel like Cart's going to win this game because of Spike. I literally feel like Cart's going to win this game because of Spike. Because if you V-Create here, you can bring back out Cart and just click Knock. It's free. Leaf Blades, though, expecting the Lantern switch, which is perfect because you literally cannot go out to Victini. Because if Victini gets hit by a Leaf Blade, it loses. Dude's going to die right here. It did not die. What the hell, Victini? And he wins the tie, so it should be game. That's it. You just Smart Strike. Well, it's not a tie, but I guess it's -1. But holy crap. How did that not kill? How the hell did that not kill? That doing 25% is insane to me. Why did that live? I mean, I figured Car would potentially live endgame, but I think it would have been a little bit closer, obviously. That was wild. Obviously, the dodge or high jump kick mattered, but that was really wild. That did 25%. I need to run that calc, because... Let's just say Choice Scarf. What type... Is that Fizz Def? Hold up. There's 0 way. That move is a 10 billion base power. Yeah, dude. So it was, even max HP, it doesn't do that little. Alright. So this one was, so it was max HP Victini on one set and max HP on the other set. That's literally it. They were both max HP and he got the lowest roll. So none of them were max attack. That's basically it. They were both final gambit sets or whatever. None of them were max attack. Or some crap. Like, jeez. It'd be crazy, Ember. I don't know if I like that, though. Alright, let's watch the, John Filch is a really good player. Too bad he has that, so I don't want to watch that. Go watch some Gen 5. That's wild, bro. One EV spread change changes the entire game. One EV spread change changes the entire game. Because if you kill there, you don't actually... I don't think you kill back with Smart Strike and -1. And then Mag can kill with Ice Beam. Double Rain is interesting. This one looks pretty cool. Thunderous looks like an insane threat versus this team. But I mean, this team... Even with Tentacruel and like a billion resists, Keldeo is always stupid in the rain. Not because they didn't force their own rules. That's basically why. Gen 5 sprites are so good too. The GOAT Dragonite though is Hurricane Dragonite on rain. Superpower mix is cool too. That did so much. So that's actually banded. That's banded Dragonite because that's Fizz Def Politoed. Brings out Keldeo on the expected Thundurus. Thundurus ain't ever running Scarf, but scouts for it just to be safe. Also catches the Kendrickrow as well. That's wild 3D. Look at all these doubles. Just to get up every hazard. Freaking black and white. Little Knock. Knock is coming up in popularity even though it's only 20 base power back then. I just don't like it, Ember. I think that they would just enforce too much. Like, we couldn't do anything we wanted to. So I'm assuming they're going to try and go out into... I wouldn't say Thundurus. I was thinking just Tentacruel to just spin. But I guess Tentacruel, if it gets knocked, it loses 1v1. And you just get them all up anyway. This is a hard Pokemon to switch into. Okay. Leftovers Focus Blast. He's just sacking it just to get the chip. Knock is just for everything. Other Pharaoh. You can catch Gliscors, Toxic Spikes, just leftovers in general. Extra Drill. It's just good. Even with 20 base power. You know, Chimpek was the first person to use knockoff in Gen 5. Back during Gen 5 Black and White. He used knockoff on Tentacruel and Tangrowth. Back when they first came out. We didn't watch the Gen 3 game, no. That's a free Surf kill. You can't risk it being Spec, so you can't go out to Tentacruel originally. Jeez. Yes, Amber. Unless they make their own. That's exactly what I think. We did do a watch party for week 3. You can watch that on the channel. Anyway. Freaking Keldeo putting in work regardless. And the fact that Ferrothorn doesn't have its item is so big too. So now you're weakening this. I think they're trying to extreme speed clean up. Because Outrage and Extreme Speed are still very scary. Especially now that Jiraiya's dead. And you get a free superpower versus this too. Expects to protect and brings out Tentacruel. Beautiful play as well. I agree. I agree there's a lot of ignorant. I wouldn't mind certain people being banned, but I agree. Unless the HP Ice here, Lano should be safe. Doesn't get him. Lano is so nasty late game too, and you want to keep Tentacruel alive as well. U-turns as well into Keldeo on the HP Ice. This might kill because it's... Oh, that thundered again. Got him. Damn. Thank you, Alfonso. But now you can just U-turn again. You don't have to predict. Unless you want superpower. If you have superpower, you could go for it there potentially. Catching Ferrothorn as well. But now Dragonite gets its free KO. with superpower. They would regulate Showdown. If it's owned by them officially, they'd regulate it. So that's your free KO there. This E-Speed late game looking kind of nasty. And you bring out Politoed just in case this is spec, which it is, by the way. Is that specs damage? That has to be specs, right? Yeah, that's hella specs. Yo, Tentacruel barely a counter. You know Black and White's like the metagame where everybody gets like multiple protects? Does they call it? Does not call the Thunderer switch in. But it does give him 2 protects with Rain Dish, so it can actually still deal with Keldeo via that plus dodging plus Toxic. Walking Wake and Perma Weather would be insane. Sacks Politoed, that way they can get the Freelander switch. Oh, did Specs Politoed? Could be Resto Chesto as well. Get your IG, and there's a lot of people who don't understand what Smogon about in the comments. I would prefer if you stay out of it. That's fair. Also, rocks on both Landorus, on Scarf Landorus, or just Max Speed Landorus, and on Ferrothorn is so clutch. So now you get free superpowers every single time. That was a clutch rocks. That was actually so clutch. Amber, I would like to answer these questions maybe later. It's like D-Nice Choice Ban. Doesn't want to get banned at extreme speed, so that way it just gets Landers swept. Now, those late game rocks are fire. And now you can just spam Skull because it's 12% burn. 12% burn per turn. Be crazy. I'm just saying, it just wouldn't be fun. That's all I'm thinking it would be. I do think certain people would be banned, and I'd be okay with something being banned, but like, let me do what I want to do. That's why people play Showdown. We want to be able to do what we want to do. Brings out Dragonet on that. Huh. So he's going for the late game Earthquake sweep, right? Superpower's there to force in Keldeo. Wait, does Watashi win this? Because you can't spin. If Ferrothorn comes in and gets burnt, I think it's over. Oh, the power of miss. I mean, I guess technically you can beat... Yeah, you get the extra turn. Wait, no. I don't know if that killed at -1. It probably didn't. But now what you can do is you can actually protect again. And then Toxic and switch and do all your things. That miss was pretty big. Because now you get in Tentacruel an extra turn. And you just Toxic. Yep, and that... Ooh, the Tentacruel run back is big. Yeah, so you should be good now, right? Between this plus Scald, Toxic damage racking up, and being able to protect, and then switch to Landorus and doing the exact same thing back. I guess they don't want to get crit that turn, I guess. I mean, it can happen any turn, right? So they opt to just sack Landorus first, just so they get the free protect and dwell. Oh yeah, Keldeo and Rain is no slouch. Either way, it comes down to a crit, right? Like, you would still die to it's a double crit, so you'd still die to a crit no matter what. So I don't think it mattered. Goes for the double protect, which is literally the best play. Double protect is literally the best play. You potentially don't risk the crit, and then you get something out. Yeah, that was well played. I don't know if Power Whip Miss actually killed, because it didn't actually... But if it didn't kill, it definitely put you in range of rocks. Maybe it did kill. I don't know if it killed. That was still good. Gen 4, let's open up the Gen 3. Let's watch Deep Sea Blue versus Anti. Alright, let's get it. Breloom lead, typically Scarf in this metagame. Some people run Sash, some people just bluff Scarf and run Poison Heal, Toxic Orb. Which seems to be the situation in this case. It might just be Sash. It's Effect Spore! Or it's just... Yeah, what the hell? Why is it so slow? I think it might have just been Sash. The Effect Spore is so funny. Dragonite typically Dragon Dances or Roars or something like that. Not on this team though. Is it Yachi Berry? Is it just Dragon Dance Citrus? It's Double Edge. What the hell, bro? This set is fire. This set is fire. Look at Double Edge putting in work. Oh, the Thunderbolt, the Iron Head. Smart. Potentially scare it off with a Paralysis. Maybe a Fire Punch burn. I wonder if this is Scarf or just Belt. This could be belt HP ground. There's a T-Tar that's literally on every single DVP team. Ooh, on the plume, do they avoid the burn? They do. And Tar's actually a giant threat now. There's Machamp in the background. Okay. Machamp on Paraspam, I'm assuming. It's not really Paraspam. It's just Sunspore, Effect Spore. Smart attack as of there. You can get a strong hit off of Gyarados versus this team. Potentially killing Lottie with sand plus rocks or just getting a strong waterfall off. Does Effect Spore count towards Sleep Claws? It does, yes. I think they do that with VGC people. The way he's playing this Jirachi, it looks like it's Scarf, but it could still be Belt. Well, it's dead now, so we have no idea. And there's a free T-Tar. A little bit of chip on that. Goes right for Superpower. Dragon Dance Superpower. Raise my attack just to lower my attack. Dragon Dance Superpower is 2 because it's actually the guaranteed kill on opposing Tyranitar, which is nice. And would be a strong damage off on Machamp. But now Stone Edge does not kill Gyarados at -2. However, you can get off the Intimidate on that. It could still be Custom Gyarados as well with sub double edge. Is it Custap sub double edge? It has to be Custap. Is it Custap? It is Custap sub double edge. I knew it because you want to get yourself in Custap range. That's so. I didn't even watch. I swear I didn't watch this game. I just love those techs in DVP. What's the worst tour set you ever seen? One of my friends brought. How did I know it was Custap? I mean, it used sub and double edge, so doesn't it make sense? Like you would want, and it had no leftovers. You wouldn't resist Berry with double edge. So it makes sense that it'd be Custap. DVP for specifically, and like Gen 7 RU are the 2 metagames where Custap is insanely good. Like literally, I know those 2 metagames are so weird, like weirdly different, right? Gen 4 OU, maybe not as much now, but Gen 4 OU and Gen 7 RU are the 2 metagames where the Custap Berry, you should expect it on damn near every Pokemon. Did you hear all that after years of trying, someone finally managed to unshiny the Gyarados from the Lake of Range? That's amazing. Anyway, free kill right there with the Life Orb. This Life Orb set's actually insanely scary, especially if Jirachi's min speed. Doubles out, maybe for the superpower, trying to catch the... I guess they were trying to just weaken it a little bit more for Jirachi's Iron Head, which makes sense. You need one more turn of Life Orb on it. Crunch is there. Machamp should be able to sub up on Crunch, though. Come on, Jum. You can't say something, Lopunny. Oh, it does not actually sub on Crunch. Uh-oh. And it got a defense drop as well, so it always died to E-Speed. Anyway, I think it always died from 36 anyway. I think it always died anyway. Is the last on Bruno's team a Lottie? Or it's... Okay. Oh, the double Thunder Wave! It's clutch. Doesn't get full parrot there. Gets the damage. Dragonite might have Earthquake, but Fire Blast definitely cooks based on that Thunderbolt damage. I think it's best. It's definitely best to stay neutral. Yes. Fire Blast might still kill if it's max invested Dragonite. Earthquake might still kill as well if it's not Fizz Def. It's not. Wow. Well played, man. Those were some sick sets. Those are some really sick sets. Nobody expected the Magneton last. Nobody in the world expected the Magneton last. Yeah, that's a little reason. It literally outspeeds Gyarados in them. That was a really fun game. I'm glad we watched that. All right, so we got Rob Jr. versus McMegan. McMegan is one of the undisputed GOATs. But McMegan never cheers for me in any tournament, so I'm not going to watch from his fucking side. I've never seen him say, Pokeaim will win this. So you know what? Rob Jr., you got this, bro. I'm a hater, and I'm petty. I respect McMegan a ton, though. I respect him a ton. Let me get some water. Also, guys, if you didn't know, you can pick up my Draco Shaker !Advance. I have a link down below. Use code AIM. Rob Jr. is also one of my favorite players in the game. I liked him when he was, what is it, Pokemon Gamer 4 something. When he was just a draft league player. I actually teamed with McMegan on PO. It was very fun. He sounds like a Bronzong. I like McMegan a lot. It was just a joke. But Rob Jr. is on my team, Northeast. So, let's get it. I like ADV. It's a fun metagame. Zapdos lead. This thing could be anything. Thunderbolt, Thunderwave, Baton Pass, Roar, Hidden Power Grass, Hidden Power Ice. agility. He is very good at draft. Yeah, Rob Jr. is very good at draft. Yeah, McMegan was the guy who made levels quit. Mence might not want to stay in and click, even if it's banded rock slide, might not want to click it. Oh, Rob just said, screw it, I'm going to click it. That is not banded. That is definitely leftovers, exactly. So T-Tar, Swampert can typically come in on this thing. Yep, pretty easily. T-Tar can easily run HP Grass too if it really wants to, but it is faster as well. So if it has HP Grass, it smashes there. Rob does not care though and goes right for Hydro Pump on the incoming Zapdos. That damage is going to be really crucial for potentially Dragon Dance Salamence, which is the only one that runs leftovers with Rock Slide. So you don't think he sounds like Bronzong? I gotta find it. Is there some sub Double Edge Reckless Staraptor with Custap Heat that can possible? It might be better. That might work. I'm glad you like it, Alexander. Yeah, my streams are very fun. Feel free to watch the VODs. I enjoy them. Anyway, T-Tar coming in. There's the Baton Pass you were talking about. Are you HP Grass? Nope. Skarmory is free. I don't see personally a lot of Zapdos Magnetons, but I could be wrong. Because with Baton Pass you can still get it like in Zapdos Doug for sure. I don't usually see a lot of Zapdos Magnetons though. But on Zapdos teams sometimes you see Claydol. I know McMegan likes Claydol too. So what I'm saying is this Skarmory might not get trapped this turn. And it could get off a Toxic on the opponent's team. Yep, there's a Toxic on Swampert, wearing it down. You get your free Protect. But doesn't want to Protect just in case they call it and go Zapdos, which is nice. Blunder wouldn't join these. He would do them live, most likely. And there's the Wish. Ooh, so right back out to Zapdos, which we're assuming this thing doesn't have HP Grass. Tyranitar safer. Oh, never mind. It's Wish Toxic. Oh my god, that's way better. McMegan tries to call the T-Tar coming in. Or just wanting to catch Jirachi and goes for Toxic. Baton Pass Thunder Wave, probably Thunderbolt and HP. It still should be HP Grass. Jirachi's so wild in this meta game. What's up? Yeah. Yeah, just give her a bunch of. Yeah, those are good. Yeah, I agree. Okay, we'll do it tomorrow. Right? Alright, no problem. Ooh, the Will-O-Wisp Gar on the rock slide. Getting it on the Earthquake was nice too. And then calling the not Pursuit, which would be really weird. Focus Punch, Earthquake, Rock Slide, Pursuit. I feel like Pursuit would be such a weird last move. Right? And there's the Claydol that I was talking about. I think Claydol fits Zapdos builds a lot better because you don't depend on Magneton to trap Skarmory, so you can't prevent hazards. So Claydol's just a lot better. So I think we expected it. T-Tar does run Pursuit sometimes, yeah. It runs Pursuit and Crunch. They're both special moves and it lets it deal with Gengar. It still runs it. Come on, Chimpack. You know there's Levitate. Don't be giving me that bait question. But Skarmory can come in on Claydol unless it's like random HP Fire. Or it booms hard. Oh, that was such a good call because Jirachi went for Wish in the following turn. That was such a good explosion because otherwise Ice Beam would not have killed and it would have gone right back up to full. That was a beautiful, beautiful call. But because the way ADV works, the turn ends when you go for Explosion. So the next turn Wish comes out and Swampert comes in and can safely Protect right here. I don't know if Sub Pass is still legal, but you wouldn't do it there. So Hydro Pumps anyway because HP Grass does not kill. It actually gets in range of Torrent. I'm assuming that's the thought process there. And then this is Sub Endeavor Pert. Sub Endeavor Pert runs Salic Berry and has Hydro Pump as well in Torrent to deal with something like Gengar. So, I mean, it got Swampert hella low, but at the same time, though, Pert's still a threat. It still eats a hit from Tyranitar. I think this Tyranitar set has HP Bug, by the way. I think this Tyranitar set is Focus Punch, Earthquake, Rock Slide to deal with like a Resting Snorlax and then HP Bug. I could be wrong. I mean, I played a lot of these metagames, right? I'm very rusty when it comes to all of them. But, like, I'm extremely rusty. I haven't played them in years. But I'm maybe not Minecraft tonight camping because I'm streaming early now and I got to do a few things. I got a meeting at 10 with some YouTube head person. This is a Lance team. I don't sure have to remind you what that is. Thank you. So most likely not tonight. But I think it might be HP Bug. I could be wrong. Oh, I just got the coolest team for Showdown. HP Bug is to kill Celebi. It could also be Random Taunt as well. He gave me his win-loss in this team. Bro. My dude in my Discord just passed me a team. And in the Pokepace, that boy wanted to let me know. That My boy wants to let me know that this is the GO team. The win-loss is fire. Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. It's nothing bad. Anyway, this Jirachi looks like a big problem now that the two ground types are gone. McMegan's team, I really don't want to try and analyze and figure out what the hell's in the back, right? But there's so many good Pokemon in this damn metagame, right? You can easily see Jirachi on this Aerodactyl type of thing. Oh, you know what type of team from that name? That's funny. I do have Sharex, yeah. I used to use Push, but it doesn't work anymore, so I use Sharex. There's finally the HP Grass that we see. Snorlax comes out. That's another Mon that you might see. But it runs immunity in this generation because there's not really too many ice or, besides Regice, like not really too many ice moves. So there's the T-Tar. Unless it's Curse Brick Break, it doesn't kill, and they're usually Earthquake plus Body Slam. Is it Roar? What do you think about Gen 9? The meta? I like it. There's the Roar. Oh my god, we're going back to GSC. So I'm assuming what's going to end up happening in the end is that the Gengar is going to end up Will-O-Wisping the Snorlax in order to beat it. Otherwise, it's a giant threat for the team. Or Dragon and Salamence is going to set up in front of the Burnt Tyranitar, unless it's Ice Beam last, which I guess Flygon could be a little annoying. Nah, you have played all. This is not Ice Beam. I think this is HP Bug. Goes for the Focus Punch on Salamence coming in. Gets off the Intimidate. If there was no Terra or it gets nerfed, I'd be sad to see it. I actually like Terra. And this is where you Dragon Dance up. You already got the damage on Zapdos. Brick Break Raw is good too, just in case for Rock Slide. Oh, that's smart. You can hit Snorlax for some big damage as well. You can actually Brick Break and then get in Gengar as well. Or you can go hard Gengar. Jeez, that does so much damage. So if this is Curse, if this is Curse Boom instead of Curse Rest, what the hell is it? What is this last one on this team? Is McMegan running not the Aerodactyl, but like freaking, what, is he going to run like something like Suicune on this type of build? I doubt it. There's no Blissey on this team either, I would assume. Because you have Lax to sponge hits. This is definitely Rest. I don't think this is Boom. I could be wrong. I'm rusty, so. We didn't watch ATT. And they tried a Shadow Ball, predicting the Gengar to want to come out. It could be just Body Slam, Shadow Ball, and then Boom. Most likely. So Salaman's putting in some crazy work here. And then, okay, Metagross. That's the Mon I was trying to remember. What the hell was the last? Metagross. So Metagross shouldn't be able to beat Pert, but Metagross could also get very lucky. Is this Agility Gross? Is this Agility Gross on this team? I don't think it's banded. Well, you take a lot of damage here. Never mind, you take no damage. It is Agility Gross. Oh, shoot, this could be crazy. However, nah, Pert gets back its health, right? So what happens here is you Meteor Mash, and then you go Pert. And then because the end of the turn, you get back your health. And then you Protect. It's not Protect. Goes right for Earthquake, gets a ton of damage off. Hold up. Jirachi can kill this with Fire Punch, though, because it's a special attack. And I think Tyranitar lives as well, because it's not boosted. T-Tar definitely lives, for sure. T-Tar lives. And it has Flamethrower, so it knocks it out. And then there's zero way a toxic... There's zero way that a toxic Zapdos wins. Well played by Rob, man. Really well played. A Whisk Gengar sometimes runs Boom, but I think it's Whisk, Giga Drain, Ice Punch, Thunderbolt. Anyway, that should be it. Even if it's Rest on Zapdos, it's not Rest Talk, like random Rest Talk. Well, actually, we saw every single move. It's not Rest. Yep, and there's the Fire Punch. This is nice. Well played, man. Yeah, Rob played this super strong. Like, he even got unlucky with the Fire Blast missed on Metagross. If Metagross... The thing is, Metagross can always come back, right? Whether it be Bandit or Agility or whatever, because it just gets attack raise, and then all it does is click... all it does is click Explosion, click Meteor Mash, click Boom, and get a kill. This is really nice. McMegan made a super great call with Claydol, though, booming on Scarm. Because imagine this game with Spikes Up. If this game had Spikes Up, it would have been Oval. So that was a really, 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 really good call on McMegan's part as well. I think they both played great. I think Rob played phenomenal, though. Like, that was a great game. That was a great... I really enjoyed that ADV game. A lot. A lot. Let's see if I want to see this. I'll see if I want to see this. It depends on leads. The two greatest Pokemon in this game. Oh my god, I kind of want to see this now that he's already forced the rest on Zapdos turn 1. Let's skip forward a little bit. You guys brought Stall? Never mind. I don't want to watch this crap. The Golem Rapid Spin Skull. Yo, fun fact, Golem got Rapid Spin from... Fun fact, who the fuck am I? Regular fact that I find interesting. Golem got Rapid Spin from an event, I believe in Gen 2. Was it an event? It might have been an event in Gen 2. And it should definitely get Rapid Spin back. Because imagine the galvanized Rapid Spins. Let me find this. Mid fact. Jesus, man. Raikou going crazy, though. The 2 best Pokemon already gone in this metagame? Alright, so, I mean, they just won. Thank you, won. 100%. You just keep roaring and then you keep hitting powering. It's oval. The more you know. You slower than Gengar? Well played. Well played in those 5 seconds I watched. What up, fam? Alright, let's watch this. Troller is the GOAT. I'm going to watch from his side. I've teamed with him. He's really good. I'm going to give you as much data as I can. Alright, Starmie leads, right? Jinx leads are usually sleeping, and they're actually really good into Starmie leads. You usually go for Lovely Kiss. You can Psychic, Blizzard, and Rest. That's usually it. Starmie leads, some Thunderbolt, Psychic, Surf, Recover, Thunder Wave, always on every set, though. There's a Thunder Wave onto Jinx immediately, and there's a Lovely Kiss. You immediately bring out Chansey, and you just start getting out your Tauros. That's what you usually should be doing. In some situations, Serpy could have went for like the Ice move there to immediately try and freeze. When I play a RBY, I definitely click Ice Beam as much as possible, or Blizzard as much as possible, because the basic thing is that if you get frozen, you're dead. You never can thaw unless you get hit with a fire move. Can you explain the format? This is Gen 1. So it's Gen 1 mechanics, aka Tauros can crit at a high percentage. Blizzard is 90% accurate. Special is 1 stat. Why are there so many games as finals? It's teams. It's a team finals. So these are 2 different teams, the Sharks versus the Raiders. See the Sha versus Rai. Tauros coming in is nice, but I don't think Chansey stays in. I don't think Tauros stays in on Chansey because Chansey can Thunder Wave it. And it can also start throwing off some random sings. Right here you don't sing. You have Thunder Wave or if you have it. So you switch out always. Yep, and the Jinx scouting for the status move. Thunderbolt's calling that switch out. His Troller is incredible. And you're basically just playing for full paras here. Gets the crit. Alakazam comes in on the recover. That way it could Thunder Wave Chansey because if Chansey is Thunder Wave, then that opens up Tauros a lot. It's all the gens of OU, yes. All the gens of OU. Correct. There's a Thunder Wave though. Takes it just for the Thunder Wave call. Is this Bolt Beam? Bolt Beam recover? Is it Sing last? It might be Sing last. Not bad, Chief. It might actually be Sing last. It could be Reflect as well, I guess. I know Sing Chansey's kind of broken though. They're basically just going for Ice Beams trying to get the freeze here. And this is why Alakazam can 1v1 because Recover is 32 PP if you guys didn't see. They're really going for that Tauros endgame. They're hella going for Tauros endgame. Yeah. You already got... Oh, you didn't get the roll. Hyper Beam Crit could do it. Doesn't get it. Yeah, I'm assuming it's Sing Chansey as well. Like with that, I think it's always Sing. If they didn't already go for Thunder Wave, it's definitely Sing. So the thing is, Chansey could also have Counter, which is what they scout for, and go for Earthquake there, which is smart. There's a Reflect Up, and it's Rest as last move on this set. Though it could still be Random Boom. I've seen Body Slam, Earthquake, Reflect, Boom as well. Nah, it's not Oval yet. This Reflect is super armor in this game, right? It only works for you, and if you, it doesn't wear off until you switch out. So you can still be crit. Why you don't play your Draft League on Showdown? I don't like Draft on Showdown. I prefer it on... Oh, that was a huge para. I prefer Draft on Wi-Fi. It just looks better to me. There's a Reflect. We're going to see some Snorlax Wars. I guess it could also be Reflect Chansey as well, which would help it beat Lax too. I'm not going to watch all of this game, all 3 of these games. I just want to see who wins this one. The Tauros is still up on this side, but it's at 22%, so it dies to everything. And you spam Psychic because you don't have to boom yet. It was so hard to catch them, and I agree. The Zapdos is clean, bro. You don't want to stay in, though, because you don't want to get parried. So you go Chansey right there. Chansey stays parried forever, which is going to help out the Zapdos endgame. Zapdos endgame is really interesting. Did you see the RBY SPL game with Haunter? I did not. Can you please? Can you join my Discord and give that to me? Exclamation mark Discord. It's free. Please at me. Nice. Calls the switch as well. Gets a special drop so they can actually live Psychic. Gets full paralyzed there, though. Calls the Chansey as well to burn some turns of sleep. Smart. And there's the Starmie late game. Ooh, the Psychic spam. I love it. I like that Starmie's making itself to the top in this generation as well. There's Tauros picking up its KO, but Zapdos can come in after. Dodges the Hurricane, which is huge. No damage on it, so Chansey actually can't KO it. How long have you been playing this game? You know everything? Yeah. I picked up my first game when I was 3. Competitively, before I started on Net Battle. But aim I got from Shoddy. Puka? That's Puka?
Yeah.
Did I have anything else besides the meat? I'm gonna see if I can feed her the rest.
This?
Yeah. I'll see if I can feed her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I cut like a very
Oh, okay. Then she's okay. You can throw it out. Thank you, babe. I love the way that Heroic Troll is playing. He's not risking anything he doesn't need to. Like, he saved Executor because he knows that if Snorlax rests, he can boom on it. Nice. I need to see this game. What's the best Corviknight counter? Zone? But anything Icatera, right? Gen 1 is really fun to play because it's really, like, if you're a good player, it's really like, there's certain plays that are always great, right? Like right here, you actually just get a kill. Doesn't get the roll. Oh, maybe it wasn't a kill just because it was max. And I just assumed this is Electro type. Ooh, this might have been a misplay. Zapdos can run Thunderbolt, Agility, Thunder Wave, and Drill Peck. Keeping it alive though so he can beat that. That's fair. It's way easier to use it on Shutdown. That's why people use it. Because in Gen 7, the Auto Mega, so it got the speed boost immediately. Whereas in Gen 6, it had to take a Specs Draco or do a bunch of stuff. Let's see this endgame. If I would have to say who wins, I would say... I think they're going to end up... Oh, there's 3 Body Slams left. And this guy has 10 Body Slams. I would say Serpy wins this first game. Just because Jinx actually sits on everybody. The only thing that Troller can do is get a boom off. But if he doesn't boom on Lax, I think Lax wins anyway. There's the boom on Chansey. So actually, I think Jinx wins now. Yeah, Jinx should win by just spamming Psychic or Blizzard. Doesn't want it to get paralyzed so it doesn't have to be forced to rest. Yeah, no, now they're just stalling, so we're gonna fast forward a lot. There's a special drop on that, another special drop. Gets the Blizzard. Look how much it did with the special drop from Psychic. Blizzard does 51. And again, Serpy's playing this so well, not giving up any opportunity. And it just gets the click. Body Slam is going to beat it down. Only 4 softballs left. It's oval. She finished it? Puka? Nice. Yeah, well played, man. Serpy is just doing this. I think Heroic Troll is doing his best. But damn, Serpy's playing it super strong. Yeah, it's definitely over. There's 0 softballs left. Jinx wins anyway. Though, okay, so in this generation, every move that's 100% is not 100% because there's a, like, I think it's a 1/255 or 1/252 chance to miss. So like, Thunderbolt, for instance, is like 98.6 something % accurate. So what I'm saying is that if it decides to Gen 1 and then Jinx misses every attack versus Zapdos and then Zapdos 256, thank you. And then Zapdos paralyzes it with Thunderbolt, gets the full para, and then crits it with Drill Peck, Heroic Troller might win. And you know, that might sound stupid, but there's so many games where this can happen. Goes for the para, doesn't get it. Doesn't get it. So Serpy played that one great. I might be overhyping it, but I'm swear, guys, I played enough Gen 1 to know that shit happens, okay? All right, so we're watching from Serpy's side this time. We see the Starman lead into Starman lead. Probably going to change some Thunder Waves. Thunderbolts. Goes for the freeze. I like both of them right here. Eggy on the Thunder Wave. Chansey on the Eggy. You don't want this thing going to sleep. You're going to let Starmie typically go to sleep because unless Eggy's running Double Edge or Mega Drain, which is extremely weak, Starmie can sleep on it and then eat most of its hits. I think they might have their own Eggy of their own. Sunspore, double powder, okay. Double powder usually means psychic plus boom. Rhydon on the Chansey on the Thunder Wave is sick. So when people bring Rhydon to this generation, when people bring Rhydon, RBY is best of 3, yes. It's Black Ops 3, correct. I enjoyed Black Ops 3, so it's a... I personally like Blops 2 better, but... when people bring Rhydon, it's because they're calling the electrics, which would have been crazy to bring in Game 1, right? If Rhydon was in Game 1, it would have actually been oval. There's the Sing. Misses, though. You're going to follow it up with a Body Slam or Earthquake. Always faster. Doesn't kill. Huh. I guess they want to stay on a potential Sleep Powder. But now you just fish. Blops 3 is better? I mean, it depends. Depends what you like. You always fish here. And then you boom. Perfect. So, Transit was fire. I don't care what anybody says. Zam on this. You're trying to get your Thunder Wave. Haha. You see what I was talking about, guys? Chansey used Thunder Wave. Chansey's attack miss. In Gen 1, moves with 100% accuracy can still miss 1 out of 256% of the time. We have people that make them for us, usually, Menom. Thank you for sending me the game. We'll watch that after. Appreciate you. I think all the Blops are good. Modern Warfare 2 is probably my favorite game of all time for when it comes to COD. Just because the pure chaos. I've also been VAC banned on it, but that didn't stop me from just buying it again. That was week 7 of SPL. I'll check that in a sec. Thunderwave's 100% accurate in Gen 1. Yes, they changed that in like Gen 6 and on, I believe. Maybe it was Gen 7. Look at Zam 1v1ing Chansey. Actually had Mega Drain too. Wow. Yeah. But Rhydon's also there for like the Zapdos call. Typically Rhydon comes in a game 2 or 3 because this is when people start to like say, okay, you brought this game 1, so they'll probably bring Rhydon game 2. Like you overstack on something game 1, so they bring Rhydon game 2. And then it's when people start to bring like things like Zapdos. So like usually in a game 1, you'll bring your waters, like maybe a Lapras, random Lapras. Your Starmie should come in most games of GSC anyway. And then you do that so that way game 2 you bait them into bringing Rhydon, and then you don't bring your Electrotype. What was the last big meta change in RBY? Sing Chansey, which isn't that new. Sing Chansey is definitely one of the things that's been like literally winning games. From what I remember, obviously normal types not being able to paralyze with Body Slam. Eggy not being part of the big 4 anymore, right? Eggy was what, replaced by Starmie, if I'm not mistaken? Did they replace Eggy with Starmie? Because the big 4 in RBY would be Chansey, Snorlax, Eggy, and Tauros. Those were damn near mandatory on every team. Starmie, yeah. So Starmie replacing it is pretty big too. I know in Gen 2, the coolest thing to be would be the sub Nightmare Starmie. That set is freaking fire. It's still developing. Things still develop. At the moment, it's damn near solid, but people still use random things. I've seen Victory Bells. I've seen people still using Dragonite. Going for the Hyper Beam roll there, did not get it, or the crit. You don't like Snorlax backstrike? He's a ninja. What was the goatest ninja ever? Oh, shoot. Hold up. All right, so Serpy has the Tauros in the back, right? Gets the Hyper Beam crit on Executor. Where there's a Tauros, there is a way. You need to freeze. You need to freeze Snorlax or booms. Blizzard goes for the freeze. Some Tauros like to run Fire Blast because of the 30% chance to burn. I'll check that one. I'll check that one next in a mirror. Doesn't get the speed tie. Doesn't wake up. So Serpy ends up losing this game 2. So it's actually on to game 3. We're gonna peep this. Then we're gonna peep this game, and then I'm out. Yeah, literally. I think Crystal is the person that's still finding them Silver Nugget, right? Crystal's the person that's still, like, literally searching for everything. Jinx lead. And there's one. Nah, there's so much change going on. There are Pokemon that are standard and great. Are you going to play ZU? I played it with Blender. He probably uploaded tomorrow. I'll fast forward through this, but I mean, I would say that this last might be Zam, and Zam looks pretty good with Chansey gone. Still look eggy. When I play RBY, a lot of teams just have formulas, right? So like you'll have your teams that, okay, you lead into Jinx, you put this thing to sleep, you immediately go out into Eggy, and you boom on Chansey always with this team, because this team has like Ride On, so Eggy goes, so Ride On goes in if you boom on Chansey type of thing. Like I have a lot of teams like that with like literal instructions. I think it was Poic who gave them to me. Yeah, that does make sense too if you're building up on that. You think Jinx? Oh, you're saying Jinx from this side. Yeah, there's a Zap. Makes sense as well. If you want to boom on Chansey, it makes sense that you want Zap. Zap is so clean. And you always go Chansey in this. You want to Thunder Wave this. Smart. You can get them with a crit Hyper Beam. Gets the crit on Snorlax. Oh, big. And if you guys know, obviously Hyper Beam, you don't have to recharge it. Gets the immediate Bison pair too. That's wild, Silver. Let's try it. That Hybrid was sick. Yeah, I mean, Electric type's not being paralyzed is just a thing that happened from Gen 6 and on. Like, they could still, you could still Thunder. You used to be able to Thunder Wave Jolteon. Like, they did. Thunder, what's it called? Didn't work that way. I believe same thing with Motor Drive. I used to be able to Thunder Wave Electivire too. Anyway, Starmie looks insane unless it gets paralyzed right now, which it didn't. Yeah, it looks insane right now. I think what they were trying to do was trying to not... I think that what the reason Heroic Troller stayed in with Tauros there was he was trying to call the Snorlax coming in, trying to rest. So he went for double body slam, and it ended up costing him. Zapdos, don't think it wins. I don't think anything. I think Snorlax wins this for sure. There's no counter on Chansey. It's already paralyzed. I think it's over. This should be a Serpy game. Oh, hold up. Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Hold up. Zapdos might come back. Yeah, because when you agility, it cancels out the stat changes. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's going to come out in pair. I don't think Thunderbolt kills Tauros from 52. I feel like it does like 48, but I don't know the roll. It does 48. My damage calc's on point. Damn. Holy crap. That game actually got close as hell. Here's the Let's Vibe because they're stuck with the slappers. That's wild, dude. Yeah. That was wild. That was really wild. I'm going to take this opportunity to plug my Draco Shaker because, you know, stay hydrated. Use code AIM. It's base stat only. It's not the crit chance. It just gets rid of the stat changes. So Gen 1 has, we'll look at the calc right now. Well, actually, let's see if that was a roll. I mean, I think it was. Yeah, he got a high roll. So it always does this percentage. They always will do this move unless they crit. So Thunderbolt does 42 to 50. All right, let's watch this. This is a hay burner. This isn't something weak. So basically what happened, by the way, is I'm going to tell you, is that they tied. SPL in the finals, they tied. So in the finals, they tied. So it's actually these guys for the tiebreaker. So that's a pretty sick way to tie. I think a lot of finals have ended up tying. So by the ninth, we'll have their games. They'll probably all play at the end. Mind Gaming had a great OU record. Sky Penguin had a great Sun and Moon OU record. John Filch had a great ORAS record. Yeah, this is some great. These are some great players on both sides. So I'm excited to see that. I'm gonna just fast forward through this game real quick because I want to see the Haunter. There's a Gengar. There's Daddy of Haunter, not my daddy. Did this game not matter because people are able to talk in this? Okay, surely this game did not matter. If Hayburner brought Nidoking in GSC, unless Hayburner was just like, was this the week already done? The week had to be done. These dudes are talking way too much. What up, Jack? This team is fire, bro. Yeah, the week was already done. Tries to catch the Gengar, dodges the Hypnosis, and kills it. Haunter! Oh, on the boom is so sick! But the immediate miss into not death is crazy. No, the double miss. Ah, man. That still would have been sick. That still was sick. The double ghost is actually sick. Yo, Nidoking actually putting in work here. Hold up. Wait, Nidoking's actually smoking. He wanted to show off Poliwrath to Surf and not let Tauros in. That's so sick. Dynamic Punch? Oh, that's not Gen 1. Oh. But Nidoking just comes right back in. Or Eggy as well. And it just booms on Tauros. That was a fire game. That was actually fire. No crit at the end, so boom. Ends up getting the crit and kills. That was a fire game. I'm pretty sure that crit mattered as well. Executor. Yeah, explosion to 69 to 81. So that crit ended up mattering. At the end, probably a Tauros at the end, so he probably won anyway. Yeah, if it had done that punch, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Gen 2. I apologize. But anyway, this is a fun one. We see the Sharks versus the Raiders. Have a tiebreaker for it. I hope you guys all enjoyed. Thank you. That's basically it, right? Like, I feel like that's it. That was it. That was a good stream. I think it was a good stream. I enjoyed you guys coming through. So, appreciate everybody. I'm going to end it right there. I will not be back tonight. I'll be back tomorrow with a video and all that stuff. Probably on the changes and stuff. So, yeah, it was a great finals. I agree. Peace, guys.